Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the video on the channel. And today we are going home sweet home, back to our home casino, I'd call it, MGM Springfield. I'm so excited. We're about like 30 minutes out, and yeah, man, I'm so excited for this. I always wanted to go back and play, so I'll be playing there for maybe 2 days. I'm staying overnight. Probably gonna get 1, 2, maybe 3 sessions in. We'll see. And heading there for just because I miss it, man. I love it. I was able to take a trip out there, so I'm absolutely gonna take it. It's a Sunday afternoon, and man, Sundays at MGM have treated me so well. So like I said, man, I'm so excited for this. Secondly, I mentioned this last video, just want to reiterate, because I am going to Atlantic City from August 28th to the 30th. If you're down there, you're close to there, whatever, please come by, let me know. Follow me on Instagram, leave in the comments below if you guys are coming, and it should be a good time. I'll be playing mainly at the Borgata and everything like that. Just wanted to throw that out there for all the people who are from around the area, or at least close to it. Not sure how many of you guys are, but really looking forward to that trip as well. So we got some things coming up on the vlog. It should be very exciting. This MGM trip, I'm going to have table footage. Oh my goodness, table footage is like the biggest deal ever. So that's gonna be a huge it's finally gonna mix it up on the vlog, gonna be able to record and everything, and it should be a fun vlog for you guys. So I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna get there, say hi to the people that I know there, and play a quick little 1-2 session. Hopefully we can run it up at our good old Homeland Casino. Alright guys, just got in here. Mid-session update, kind of. I've been here for about like an hour or so, and not a whole lot of action going on so far. Not too many hands to report back to you, not a whole lot really going to my table, so I just switched. The table that I was on had a lot of money. There's a few people with a few a few big stacks there, and I really missed the whole $500 buy-in at 1-2 game. It's really fun. But anyways, switch to a new table. There's another big stack here. I'm in position of him, so we're gonna play for a couple more hours, see how things go, and report back to you with some interesting hands that we might go run into. The first interesting hand we have here, we have pocket deuces in the small blind with 500 in our stack, the max buy-in here at this lovely place. There's 2 limpers to me. I decided to limp as well, and the big blind ends up raising to $12. He gets 2 callers, the middle position, and myself. So let's go 3 ways to a flop out of position of king 6 deuce, 2 spades out there, so flopping bottom sets. Unfortunately, action checks all the way around, and we go to a turn, which is the queen of hearts. I am first act. I think there's a case to be made for betting and leading out in this spot, but unfortunately I check and everyone else checks as well. The river is a 3, basically a total brick, and with my bottom set, just got a bet for value. I bet $20, and unfortunately everyone folds as well, so didn't get any value from my set of deuces, but at least we flopped a set. Next hand, we have pocket 9s in early position, and I open up to $15. Player to my left, Josh, ends up 3-betting to 40, and it folds all the way back to me, and I decide to make the call. So we go heads up to a flop of queen 6-4 rainbow. I check, and he bets $60. Not really believing him in this spot. I think it's a little bit too big of a bet, and it just smells like ace-king a lot of the time, just trying to buy it. So I decide to flat, and we go to a turn, which is a 5. I once again check, and he once again leads out for 115. Not really a great spot, but I think he's very capable of bluffing here, and if I'm calling on the flop, I think this really safe river turn card is gonna help me out a lot as well. So I can't get away just yet. Still think I have a ton of showdown, and I am good here sometimes, so I call as well. The river is a 5. He goes check, and unfortunately we get shown the bad news. He shows pocket 10s, so I'm kind of right not believing him, but at the end of the day, he had the better hand, so nice hand to you, Josh. Following hand, we have 8-7 of diamonds in the big blind with about 525 in our stack. There are 7 limpers to me, 7 whole limpers, and as much as I'd like to just check, I raised to $23 trying to ISO and not let this pot go 8 ways to a flop. The under the gun player to my left calls, and the middle position player 3-bets to $82, and action folds all the way back to me. Didn't seem like a real value squeeze here after just limping. Seemed like he was trying to squeeze and, you know, just make a play, but at the end of the day, I didn't see him be very active ever, and out of position, not really trying to play this bloated pot, so I elect to just let it go this time. The under the gun, unfortunately, also folds, but the middle position player shows ace-3 of clubs and interesting squeeze spots, but I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's a spot that I can just get away from. Next hand, we have ace-queen offsuit in under the gun +2. There's a limper to me. Easy raise pre-flop spot here, so I raised to $15, and 15 isn't too big enough because we get 3 callers. So let's go to a flop of 9-6-4 rainbow. Ace-queen high here, and when action checks to me, it's not a spot that I can really bet in this spot. Don't think I can barrel or c-bet profitably, so especially 4 ways, so I check, and action checks all the way around. Turn is a 5. Small blind leads out and bets $50, and it folds to me. Not really a spot that I can ever call in, obviously. Pretty standard, but pretty card dead at this point, so just really wanted to throw this hand in there. So I fold, obviously, but card dead and ace-queen is probably one of the better hands I've seen all day. Following hand after that, we are in middle position with 6-7 of spades with 500 in front of us. There's 2 limpers to me, and I raise it up to $17. We get 2 limpers, both of them 2 call, so we're in position at least to a flop of 3-4-10 rainbow. Super dry board, and when action checks to me, just going to c-bet this all the time, especially with my gutter ball, and it's pretty disguised if I hit it as well. I bet $30, and only the player to my right makes the call, so eliminated the field a little bit, and we're going to go heads up to a turn, which is the 6 of hearts. Brings in the backdoor flush draw for sure, and he checks to me. Now with additional showdown, I decide to check as well to kind of play some pot control, and once again, turn some showdown equity. So we go to a river heads up, which is an ace of diamonds. He checks to me once again, and really great card for me because I don't think I'm really ahead here a lot of the time. So with my pair of 6s, I turn my hand to a bluff and I bet $65 on this ace. He thinks for a little bit and elects to fold, so I'm happy to be able to fold out his pair of 10s and kind of got bailed out with that ace on the river there. Hand after that, we have ace-jack of clubs in the hijack. There's a limper to me, and the player to my right raises to $15. I can absolutely flat in position this spot, but with the suited, pretty strong ace, I decide to 3-bet to $45. Action folds all the way back to him, and he makes the call. So we go heads up to a flop of Jack 9-5 rainbow. Pretty great board. We flop top, and he checks to me. I down bet a little bit. I bet $40, and he doesn't think too long before making the call. We go to a river, which is another 9, pairs the board, and really not the card I want to see, and he checks to me. I think for a long-ish time, I don't know, I think for a little bit and decide to try to figure out a sizing that I can get called on gut for value, but I make a pretty big mistake here in my opinion. I bet $90. It's way too big of a bet, and the 9 really isn't the card I want to see ever, so just trying to bet for value and keep most of his range in there. Probably a bet of like 55, 65, something like that. That's really small to just kind of smaller size bet to bring the majority of his range in is definitely a line that I prefer and the sizing I prefer, but we went with 90, so as played, he folds, and yeah, not really great. I only get better cans to call me in this spot. And following after that, we have Jack 7 in the small blind. Why am I playing this? Well, the only reason why is that it's a 5-way limped pot, so let's go 5 ways to a flop of 10, 9, 8, 2 clubs out there, and a spade. Club draw, and I flop the good old straight. Not the nut straight, but the straight's good enough. I decide to check, obviously, first act, and under the gun +1 bets $7. Action folds all the way back to me. Unfortunately, just wanted someone to call, but I decided to raise to $25 and he makes the call. The turn is the 4 of clubs, so flush completes and not the card I want to see. I check and luckily he checks back. The river is now a 7 of clubs, 4 clubs on there, and it's just the grossest round I could ask for. I check, he bets $30, and I snap fold, get out of there, and not really loving it. Last hand that we'll go over in the session, we have Jack 10 offsuit in the small blind with 650 in front. There's 3 limpers to me, and feeling just a little bit of tilt incoming, and also out of position. I raise it up to the bigger side, probably way too big, but I raised to $21. We get a cold caller from the big blind, and he's a pretty tight and has a pretty, I guess, static range, I would say. Just pretty conservative with his money from what I could tell, and everyone else folds, so I eliminate the limpers and get a cold caller, which is unfortunate. We go to a flop of 6 queen 6, and it's a really dry flop, really a flop that I really love because it favors my range. I bet $25 and he quickly makes the call. Not expecting him to fold into that $25 tiny dollar bet, but thinking I can double, triple barrel at least and get him out of there. So we go to a turn heads up, which is the 10 of hearts. Adds in the backdoor flush draw, so here in the spot, I'm going to size up a little bit bigger to $65. Trying to rep really strong queens, and I think I can get a lot of his hands to fold unless they turned a flush draw to go along with something. I'm not really sure, but he makes the call as well. So let's go heads up to a river, which is an ace. Really trying to bluff him off on his queen now. It's a really good card, I think. At the time, I thought, so I just barreled and I went for the triple barrel. I size up to 150. He calls pretty quickly, and he has ace queen. So he has the hand that I was trying to rep, and that went disastrously. A little bit of tilt incoming, and after not playing for too long, I go ahead and rack up. Just cashed out of the session. I played horrendously. This was not a good session for me. I only played for 4 hours, and it was tough. Just kept pushing it. I lost 2 big hands, both hands that I didn't really need to be involved in, or at least lose that much in at least. Just kept pushing it, played really bad. I think all the hands that I'm gonna go over today, or that I did go over, is me misplaying all of them. I was just card dead. Those are all the hands I even played, actually. So every hand that I played, I think I misplayed, and it was really gross. So I was in the game for 800, out of the game for like 413-ish, give or take. So pretty gross, not great, but take a hit on the bankroll challenge. It is what it is, and we're moving forward to, I guess, tomorrow or the next session when I'm back here. So be on the lookout for that. If you liked the video, leave a like. Hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, obviously, and hopefully you like the table footage, because I am trying to do it here more consistently. It's tough, but hopefully you like the table footage, the different style of video. Just needed to mix things up on the channel, and yeah, signing off for now. Just a really gross video. I didn't play well. It wasn't really that entertaining, I don't think, for you guys, but you know, maybe you guys like the video. I'm not sure, but ooh, what is happening? Is auto focusing? I just want to test out this camera. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.